If you are a buyer that bought earlier in the year before the rate hike that occurred in March this year, you're probably not happy right now. And if you are a homeowner looking to sell, depending on your situation, it could be a sour experience at the moment that we just got the announcement of the latest interest rate hike of another 0.75 basis point in late October. I would like to vent a little bit in this video and discuss how we got here from the beginning of the year and what to expect going forward. Now, let's grab a coffee and dive into it. Hi there, welcome back to AV Team Real Estate channel. As usual, I'm Antonio, the local real estate agent in the GTA. I post all related real estate content in Toronto weekly, and if you find this a resource for you, please like and subscribe to the channel. That will be greatly appreciated and help the channel grow. If you want to talk to me about your real estate needs, don't hesitate to contact me via the number on the screen or book a call with me using the first link in the description, and I'm happy to help. Let's rewind back to how we started the year, from late 2021 to the beginning of 2022. I'm sure if you have watched my year-end market update and the number of videos that I have posted since last year, we were getting multiple offers and the sellers were basically in the driver's seat. Obviously, that will not be sustainable when prices are moving by the hundred thousands monthly and in some extreme cases by the week. Since the first interest rate hike on March 2nd, although the market reacted mostly starting in April, the prices started to trend down, followed by another interest rate rise on April 13th, then another in July that had the biggest jump of 1%, then on September 7th for another rate hike, and finally just last week on October 26th for the latest raise on the overnight lending rate to a total so far this year of 3.75%. In order to fight inflation, I'm sure you heard the remaining rate announcement will be in December, and so far we are hearing rumors that it will be another 0.25 to 0.75. Honestly speaking, I really don't have a clue, but most likely there will be an interest rate rise followed by our fellow American neighbors, and that is how we arrived here today. As I was going through a series of thoughts from a client that is contemplating whether to take advantage of the market to make a move in her unique situation, and at the same time, I think it is also a good opportunity to share the market update for detached, semi-detached, and townhomes in the 416 area in Toronto. This table covers all the Toronto Central, East, and West area. Let's take a look back at the beginning of the year in January. The average price was 1.8 million with 476 sales. This low number of sales was pretty standard in January. As we approached February, that was the peak in the year that went above 2 million. And instead of continuing on an upward trend as in previous years, we saw the first decline in March, though it was not significant and it was maintained at around 1.9 million throughout June, becoming more apparent in July when the 1% interest rate was announced, when it dropped to 1.5 million. However, in August, we saw a slight rebound to 1.6 million, but then it came back down to 1.5 right after in September. If you find the median prices are a better representation than the average sales price, you can also take a look at that here. But the increase and decrease pattern are pretty much similar. Now, compare the average price in September at 1.5 million to the peak during February at 2.07 million. That is a great deal at about 500,000 plus in discount. If you are a buyer looking for a discount or a deal, detached property in the city of Toronto have come down the most compared to other property types like condos or the semi-detached or townhomes, and they were the most expensive. And that was a pocket where my client was interested. But although the price has come down, you see less inventory, and believe it or not, multiple offers are coming back. However, they are by no means anywhere close to where they were at the start of the year. My client is contemplating whether to sell their townhome where they are living at the moment. They had multiple problems with their neighbor, constant renovation that made them so uncomfortable to the point where they thought of selling the property and moving to a possibly a detached home or a semi-detached home depending on the budget. Under normal circumstances, I would suggest waiting and seeing, but they were already involved with lawsuits against the neighbor and problem would remain, and this could be a perfect scenario for them since they could possibly move to a new home with almost no mortgage if they sell their current home. In this case, it would be a perfect opportunity to upgrade the home and get a significant discount when they buy the new home due to the current situation. Although they might sell for a little less, but the room for discount is much more greater. Let's continue and see how the market for semi-detached in the city of Toronto. Since this sort of property is an upgrade from a larger condo, and those who don't want to purchase a detached property but may not be able to afford it, this is the category in which more people are interested. Here we started the year in January at 1.47 million, and the peak during the March was trading at around 1.5 million. The average and median price were trending down since the rate hike that started in March and until August, when they reached the bottom at 1.12 million, and then we jump a little in September. Overall, semi-detached homes are less than detached home in Toronto, and that could translate to less inventory. If a well-renovated unit sold for more, that could easily skew the average price, so pricing could be a little bit misleading sometimes. Nevertheless, since the peak for semi-detached was at 1.54 million, it is currently at 1.2 million, which has a 300 to 350,000 discount. It is relatively a good deal if you are looking for it now. And lastly, let's take a look at the townhomes in the city of Toronto. Starting in January, the price of a townhome in Toronto is 1.45 million, which is comparable to the price of a semi-detached home. It reached its peak in March at 1.47 million. Obviously, the transactions for townhouses are less than the semi-detached and the detached home, and they reached the peak during March at 119 sales. There were no exceptions. The townhouse average prices started to trend down in March and once again reached the bottom in August at 1.1 million, and also reached a record low in sales that fell into double digits at 61. In September, we further saw the median prices fell just shy of 1 million, and that is where we stand now with sales that fell lower at 53. That is almost how it started the year. Similar to other type of properties, the townhouse from the peak during March at 1.43 million, and compared that to the September average sale price of 1.19 million, it is still 280,000 down from the peak. So let's put the case of semi-detached home as a case for my client. If let's say you started the year at 1.5 million and now you're down to 1.2 million, that in my opinion is a chance where your payment may remain similar, but your buying price would be between 250,000 and 300,000 less. And then we look at the detached home. I think that is where the biggest opportunity is. If the peak of the market was 2 million and we're right at 1.6 million, that's a 400,000 to 500,000 drop. If you're looking at the peak of the market until now, I think even with the interest rates going up, your payment should be lower than if you had purchased the same detached home at the beginning of the year. If you are a cash buyer, you probably can't ask for a better opportunity than now, where you can get this much at a discounted price. In addition, I don't think the interest rate will keep rising forever. While it could for another 6 to 12 months, I think it will eventually drop down. If you hold it for a long time, you'll probably come out ahead. I hope you can find some useful information from this video, and if you enjoy it, please like and consider subscribing to our channel. Please let me know if you have any questions. Don't hesitate to contact me through the information in the description or leave it down in the comment section. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.